Yeah, like we're gonna run a lucky punch. Okay, as always, guys, let me know how the audio is. Let me know how I sound. Let me know how the music is volume wise, and yeah, I think those are the big things. All right, yeah. We're live, we're chugging, we're getting there. Okay, and we are officially live. This is exciting stuff. All right, guys. This is going to be quite the stream. This is going to be quite the stream. So, we are building full hard stall. You better believe it. We're getting the Mega Sableye. We're getting the Gliscor. We might even be getting the Shedinja. We'll see how we feel. My goal is here's my goal, right? We're going to make the building portion under half an hour. So that's over 90 minutes to game. But I plan for that game. I want us to get one game in. I feel like that'd be fun. So anyway, Mega Sableye, obviously a stall staple. You can't really go without it. Particularly synergizes very well with Chansey. This Magic Bounce being extra good for keeping hazards off the field. It's also a great knockoff absorber, so it works really well with making sure it's worth using Chansey over Blissey. So that was something a lot of people were discussing. Okay, now let's get rid of this. We're not building stall. I wonder, somebody's really disappointed out there. A couple people are probably really disappointed. They were really hoping to see me just build that. But no, jokes aside, we are building Chansey offense today. So let me walk you through what this Pokemon does. So the big thing, just look, oh geez, no, because of the delay, right? I'm now looking at chat and it's like, it's funny. Oh boy, a few people seem like they were actually happy. Okay, well, no, I mean, sorry. But no, yes, don't fall for it, yeah. Yep. Yeah, they were right. Okay, well, but yeah, look, so no, I am just not a fan of stall. I do think it's quite strong in Nat decks. Like, I do think stall is legitimately strong in Nat decks, but it's still very, very matchup fishy. Like, if you run a stall team, you're just kind of hoping your opponent doesn't have. You're just kind of hoping your opponent doesn't have certain things. Like, if you face a stall team and your opponent pulls up with like a strong special attacker plus a Pursuit King Gambit, you're just like, well, I guess you had a stall breaking core. And then you pull up to other games and you're just like, hey, I win on preview. But yeah, so Chansey offense genuinely isn't Seismic Toss its strongest move without setup. Yes, exactly. So you guys have seen me run Pecharunt on some offense teams, nasty plot sets, but you've seen me run Parting Shot on some offense, or like balance offense teams as well. You've seen me run Alomomola on some offense teams. Chansey fits on offense teams for a similar reason. Teleport. Right, so especially with an Eviolite Fizdef set on Chansey, this Pokemon can wall a ton. Now we might go Spidaf on this. I don't know what the Chansey technology is, what like the let's take a look. Let's just see like what Chansey are doing. It looks like max HP, but that seems a bit odd to me. Like, let me just check, like, say like a Landorus Earthquake to get an idea of what the difference is. So okay, there's an Earthquake with max HP, so we're doing about 40 max, and if we take away the HP, we're doing about 43 max. So like, okay, that's not a big difference. But let's check like Charizard. Let's check like Charizard Y. Weather Ball, okay, that's like max HP. Weather Ball, that's going to be doing, wow, that's a really nice calc. 30. And if we go Special Defense, it's doing 26. That's kind of a big difference, honestly. Might go with that. Stall's either OP or busted. That's the same thing. Well, unless you mean busted is bad. I've seen some people say that as well. Well, we'll see. It doesn't really matter. We can kind of iron out the particulars later. But yeah, so also I really like shiny Chansey, so we're probably gonna make this shiny. Those that have been on the channel for a while, that are, you know, been here a long time, will actually know that I do like Chansey. Chansey's like one of my favorite bulky Pokemon. I just really like it. I don't know why. I like the design, and especially the shiny form. I love it. Okay, so let's see. Eevee's 100 HP, 252 defense, 156 SPDF. Well, that's what you run. Okay. Could you explain why? Like, that sounds fine and all. I'm not hating on the set, but I'd like a reason, or just like a, you know, like a, though this is generally the idea there. Why not Stealth Rock? Okay, so that's a good question. Let's actually, yeah, let's talk about this set. So the idea is to act as a pivot on an offense team. All right, so the problem with running Stealth Rock is that you end up with this odd situation where, so here's what you need. You need, if you're going to be a pivot, you obviously need Teleport, mandatory. If you don't have Teleport, you're not a pivot. You're just an extremely passive Pokemon sitting in the middle of an offense team, and that's not that effective. Well, I'll say actually, I'll change my tune a little bit on that. You need Teleport or Wish. There is a world, and I think Blissey only has like 5 more HP, right? Yeah, so the wishes are nearly identical. There is a world where over Teleport, you run Wish. You cannot run, I'm going to just make a note of this here, cannot be run together. Okay, so if you run, they're incompatible due to just like transfer moves or whatever. I forget the exact methods of that. And I'll say, I'll say or Heal Bell. To make Chansey valuable to an offensive team, you need to run either Teleport, Wish, or Heal Bell. Yeah, you cannot have Wish and Port together. But anyway, so... But there is a world where you can run Wish. The idea of just being like, hey, well, I can't Teleport, but I can Wish and then do a crazy amount of healing to heal up a bunch of other Pokemon on my team, like a Terapagos, like a Landorus Therian, that kind of thing. So that's a possibility. We might end up going with a Wish set over Teleport. Yeah, no, a lot of people, yes, the Wish Port Chansey idea, trust me, I get it, I hear you, it'd be cool. No, you cannot do that. You can use Healing Wish and Teleport, yeah, but I don't think that's very good. Healing Wish Chansey, I'm not a big fan. So, to have value to an offense team, you either need Heal Bell to heal status, not really that strong of an option, Teleport to be pivot, which also remember, Teleport is negative priority. So you're going after all of Mola Flip turns, after Glow King Chili receptions, after everything, even though you're not that slow. So that's pretty nice. So pivoting, healing stuff up, or healing status. Those are the things that Chansey can do that are valuable to an offense team. If you're not running any of those moves, you suck. And like Stealth Rock, not really enough value to justify running on an offense team, because there are a lot of other Stealth Rockers that are, you know, effective pivots, and they're, you know, not as passive, and they can run rocks and pivot. So the next thing you can do, well, you need Soft Boiled. If you don't run Soft Boiled, your Chansey set sucks. So you absolutely need that. Then you've got 2 slots left. I'm of the opinion that Pokemon without attacks are kind of awful. So I think you need to run Seismic Toss. There are very few exceptions to this rule. You generally cannot really have a Pokemon that doesn't have attacks. No, it wouldn't necessarily be the absolute best Wish passer, because regen is huge. Regen is huge. Also, guys, if you're enjoying, for whatever reason, we've just been talking about Chansey, but if you are enjoying, remember to like the stream. Helps out a lot, gets more people in here, shows it to more people, that kind of thing. Okay, so Soft Boiled, Seismic Toss, and then as far as the last move goes, I think if you run Stealth Rock here, I think that's another instance of you're bad, because Chansey's just way too passive without a status move. So I think you need kind of Toxic or Thunder Wave last. And I'm going to honestly take off Heal Bell because I just don't see us going that angle. Heal Bell is like realistically, there are other Pokemon that can Heal Bell, and I don't see myself putting a Chansey in the middle of an offense team just to click Heal Bell. So this is basically the set we're running. It's either going to be Wish or Teleport, Soft Boiled, Seismic Toss, and one of the pivoting moves. If you try to put Stealth Rock over any of these moves, it just becomes a way less effective tool for offense teams. Now, on one hand, yeah, you could say, well, okay, it's kind of weird that this Chansey isn't doing much then in the way it's not helping with hazards, and it could theoretically be doing more. But I don't know. I feel like this is a good move. I feel like this Chansey is going to be a good set, but we'll see. You know, maybe I'm completely wrong, but I have a good feeling about this Chansey. I feel like it's going to perform well in games. So what does this Chansey do? Let's talk about that. Roles. So obviously Status Absorber. Well, let's call it Pivot first. That's the biggest thing. Pivot, Status Absorber, Wall. And I'm not even going to say Special Wall because with Eviolite and Defense Investment, this thing is actually rather bulky on the physical side as well. But let's kind of get a list. But you know, there are some Pokemon it can't beat, right? Like you switched in on a Goldengo. Okay, you're not going to be able to get past that, but you can switch in and pivot out into something that can, which is nice. I've used H-Wish and Port before. It's been decent on a weather team. Yeah, that makes some sense. Chansey Sun, I'm guessing. That's something. Is it bad that I was looking forward to watching Pink Across make stall? Not necessarily. It's not my cup of tea, but some people like it. Okay, so yeah, Pivot, Status Absorber, Wall. Should we write down the things it walls or kind of just roll with it and move on? Yeah. The other thing we might do, we're probably going to pair this with a... You've seen Wish, Heal Bell, Toss, T-Wave before? Wow, that set sounds pretty bad, I'm going to be honest. Maybe, I don't know. I guess that's not that bad. Counter is also good on board. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I obviously see the value in counter, because if anything ever clicks a physical attack on you, they are dead right there. But it's also like, well, it's not really reliable, and if your opponent knows you have counter, the dream is dead. You can get past gold with Psywave. Ooh, that's actually interesting. Psywave. That move is like super cheesy, but it might be good. Psywave, yeah. Random damage. Okay, honestly, let's give that a try, because I haven't tried Psywave before, so we might as well kind of give it a go. And I think we're okay with not hitting dark types. Yeah, because we can poison all the dark types. So yeah, what the heck? Let's give Psywave a try. How much PP does this have? 24. I think that's the same as Seismic, right? No, Seismic has a little more PP, but on an offense team, that's not as big of a deal too. So probably Psywave is okay. Well, I don't know why it deleted itself. Probably Psywave is cool here, at least worth trying. Is Basculegion relevant in that deck? Not one bit. Not one bit. Let me check. Shall I show you this? I don't know why it's... I guess is it like Rain, or is it just like adaptability or Last Respects? What is it doing in Champions Double? Actually, we can check right now. I know this is completely unrelated, but I'm kind of just curious. Let's see. Okay, Basculegion. Oh, there we go. Wow. More usage than Mega Gengar. Holy. Okay, buddy. What are you doing? Oh, yeah, it's Last Respects. Okay, well, that kind of makes sense then. And it's running Choice Scarf. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much doing the same thing every time. Choice Scarf, Last Respects. And that sounds pretty good. You know, one Pokemon dies and it's already 100 base power, so... And yeah, adaptability. Yeah, okay. So that makes sense. Okay. But no, it doesn't get Last Respects in Nat decks. So, no. Psywave isn't compatible with Teleport? Oh, okay, interesting. Let's see, hold on. It says it's valid. Yeah, it's saying it's valid, so... It appears to be compatible. But if it, I don't know, if it decides later it doesn't like it, we can just put on Seismic Toss. It's not a big deal. Oh, did I click Battle Spot? Okay, let's take a look. Oh, I did, yeah. I think. Okay, let's do this then. Oh my gosh, it's even higher usage. Okay, and it's doing the exact same thing. It's, yeah. This is, yeah, okay. Okay, so it's doing, yeah. Scarf, last respects. Once again. Port Chansey plus Metacham. Ooh, that's interesting. That's a fun idea. Okay, so let's see. Champions, or where was I? Gen 9 National Decks. There we go. Okay, so this thing walls a ton. I don't think we really need to necessarily list it all out. We can kind of do that later. But there are two major components we need. Oops. Powerful breaker to pivot into, and a physical wall, probably a pivot as well. So this physical wall could take many forms, but Chansey does need help on the physical side. So I'd say that physical wall is going to look like Blandurus, Pecharunt, Alomomola, Corviknight, what else? Basically physical Pokemon with the ability to pivot. Could be Gliscor, honestly. Probably Landorus, since this is going to be kind of more taken in the offensive direction, but no, could be, I guess, Slowbro. Yeah, Slowbro, sometimes those Trick Room sets go hard, so if we end up wanting Trick Room for our breakers, Slowbro could be an angle. I think those are the big ones. I guess maybe like Zapdos could be kind of interesting in that regard. It tends to synergize pretty well with Chansey. So these are the ones that jump out at me. I'm not as much of a fan of Moltres, but I guess we can put it on the list too. Might as well consider it. Keep our mind open. But remember what I always say. The first thing you want to do, even when you're building around a defensive Pokemon, is instantly think, okay, what breaker do we put with this? Tusk plus Zardwire seems fire. Yeah, problem is I kind of already did a like a Chansey. I already did a Port Chansey team with the Zardwire, Tusk, and it was like, you know, Cinderace, Banded, Victini. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. But yeah, someone says IDK, why there's moving compatibility when we're already making up cross-gen compatibility. That's a good point. Psywave. Okay, Psywave is basically like Seismic Toss, except it's a psychic move, and instead of doing 100 damage every time, it does a random range of damage from 50 to 150. That's it. So it's like expected value is the exact same as Seismic Toss, but it has more variance. Okay, so let's do the interesting thing though. Let's talk about the breaker. Let's talk about the breaker. Probably a Mega Evolution, because a lot of Mega Evolutions are incredibly strong breakers, but it's not the only option. There are other things we could go with. So yeah, let's see, what do we want to go? There's also the general direction of like, where do we want to take this team? Because there are quite a few angles this team could go. The overall direction I'm thinking is just like kind of a standard offense with no particular theme to it, but it could also be an electric terrain offense. Those do really appreciate pivoting. So it's probably electric terrain is a possibility. I like Mega Metacham here. It's second in favor of Mega Metacham, which I get, and I'm down to do, because Metacham is, I think, really strong. But it's, I guess my issue with Metacham is it's not the most consistent breaker, really. Because you sometimes run into, say, You know, well, I'm trying to think what's a good example. You run into a Sableye, you do nothing. You run into a Slowbro, you do nothing. You run into a like a defensive Zapdos, and you're really struggling. So, you know, there are some struggles. Offensive Mega T-Tar. We really don't want Sand Chip with Chansey. The little things hurt Chansey. T-Wave Chansey plus Mega Mawile. Mawile is just so... It's difficult to make that Pokemon work because it's just not that bulky. Using Gliscor and going bulky offense wouldn't be terrible either. It wouldn't, but I think we want something a little better. Yeah. Crazy to see Kartana in BL. That's just like, that feels so wrong. Oh yeah, we also need really solid removal. Yeah, for Chansey to be effective, your removal needs to be top notch. It needs to be so good. So that's something to consider as well. Mega Scovillain. So this is not Champions. This is Natdex. There is no Mega Scovillain here. Remember to like the stream. Okay, yeah, so this is like one thing that actually kind of comes to mind is Ogerpon Cornerstone. Because if we're going to have really solid removal, it really likes having really solid removal. And it's a pretty effective breaker. Well, I say that like as if that's a surprise. It makes a lot of sense that it's a very effective breaker. There is also the, you know, the special attacker plus pursuit angle, so that's always a possibility. Knockoff, yeah, knockoff absorber. Yep, that's true. It's probably going to be the physical pivot. I'll just kind of put it up there. Physical wall. Absorber. Probably Mola is what we're going to go with because that's just like the best physical pivot in the format, and it also gives witch support, which is nice. Let's try, if we go Metacham, we need a Pursuit Trapper, so it'd probably be... It would probably be this kind of thing. Which, yeah, I guess we might go in the more bulky offense direction or balance, but yeah, Metacham Kingambit is a really, really nice core, because, you know, the Goldengos, the Slowbros, a lot of the irritating Pokemon get shut down, and you can run Psycho Cut, so you're not as vulnerable to, you know, the status conditions of the birds. So this makes it not like, I mean, it's not incredibly consistent, but a much more consistent to go with a set like this. So I think I'm okay with trying this angle, and I do like the double pivot plus Metacham. There are other directions we could go here. I'd say, yeah, there's another angle where we go well, actually we would probably need a Mola here. But this would be a Heracross angle. Sub SD Rock Blast CC is, I think, probably is, well, but this can't really break Goldengo that effectively. It kind of can. +2 Rock Blast is actually doing a ton. Would Mola make this core too weak to Rilla? I wouldn't really worry about defensive weaknesses 2 Pokemon in. You can kind of work on that later. Is low kicks any good without Terra? No, not really, honestly. I mean, well, I haven't tried it in that decks, but I really doubt it's good. I really, really doubt it's good. The fact that low kicks can get like 1.333 times stronger with Terra and it's resisted by basically nothing, that power boost means so much in OU. Like that thing is using Terra most games. I really struggle to see how it would be effective without that. But I mean, I might try low kicks in Nat decks at one point, but I have such little faith in it. I would probably just build it on my own and then do like a couple games. And then if it's not horrible, then I might do a stream. But I don't want to lock myself into a whole stream with a Pokemon I don't believe in at all. Yeah, Metacham. We've used Metacham before on this channel, and it's been very good. So I wouldn't say that's a big concern. Yeah, we'll make it shiny, sure. But Metacham gives priority, which is nice as well. So that's probably the better direction to go in. So if we were to expand on this. Let's make a we lose to list. So I'm trying to look. I'm like, where's the option to toggle this? Let's close it out and hopefully it. Okay, cool. It's there. All right. So if we look at our weakness analyzer here, we have basically we need a Landorus. So okay, type weaknesses, electric, ground, bug, fairy. I think are the ones. There, or let's just say we lose to. Electric, ground, bug, fairy. And that carries with it many a Pokemon. So probably we're looking at a Landorus for a lot of reasons. So I feel like it's so last member. Potential members. So Landorus, Gliscor, probably Landorus. I'm still leaning toward. Generally, kind of works better on these sorts of teams, but we'll see. We also already have a status absorber, but Gliscor is a very good knock absorber. But Mola kind of is too. So, but let's see. Yeah, someone said Iron Valiant. I mean, let's try. It's definitely going to be a Landorus or a Gliscor. So let's just. Well, I mean, it could be a Tusk, I guess. No, it really couldn't be. Oh, but Gliscor has that defog though. That's really nice. I have been eating lots of local food. Yes. Yeah. For those that aren't aware, I am in Asia currently. So I woke up at not the crack of dawn, but I woke up like it is morning over here. And I woke up to build Chansey. So let's just keep that in mind, okay? I woke up early morning and I'm deciding to build Chansey. So yeah, Gliscor or Landorus, both are possibilities. But then we end up in this awkward situation with the hazard. The hazards, yeah. Yeah, defog tech would be the angle here for sure. Probably Terapagos last. It would have to be, I think. Yeah, you'd probably go with like Rapid Spin SR. And I hate to say it, but I think it'd be Flamethrower Ice Beam. I think we need both of those moves here. Otherwise, we lose to quite a bit. We still don't have a Fairy Resist, but I think that's like weirdly acceptable here. Because of Chansey. Yeah, I mean, this is a possibility. Galarian Wheezing for removal plus Fairy Resist. That's an interesting idea. It's not really a Fairy Resist, though. Like, every Pokemon, every Fairy type in the tier is destroying Wheezing, so... Team is kind of slow. Yeah, it's true. No speed at all. Yeah, I'm not vibing with this. At all. Let's try this again. I think we might have to ditch the Mola. Let's try taking this in a pretty offensive direction, as was the original vision. Something like a Helmet Lando for a defensive ball. So we got double pivot. Let's use this as our double pivot starting core. Yeah, Chansey basically resists Fairy. I agree. Why Ice Beam instead of Starstorm? No, that's because of Gliscor. Gliscor haunts my dreams. Pokemon is such a nightmare to deal because, like, if you don't have an ice type attack, it's going to roll you. Chansey with Nasty Plot, Petron, eh. Maybe Buzzwole. Someone says, yeah, Mola and Chansey is a lot of slots to be giving to pivots and not decks. I agree. That's why I'm kind of trying to get rid of that, the Chansey aspect. Or the, you know what I'm trying to say. Let's maybe Magic Bounce is what we need. So it's got to be, actually, I guess we do have the Mega slot available. So that's we could go, maybe we could go like Mega Diancie. I think that works pretty well with Chansey. Let's try that. Probably go with like a bulkier one. So that's a start. We need another removal source, I would say, but that's a start. Let's try the Cornerstone Vision. Get a bit of rock spam going here too. I feel like that's interesting. But now let's look at our massive list of weaknesses. Water, grass, ice. Ice. Psychic. Rock. Oh, steel is terrible, actually. Steel and fairy. Maybe we cannot afford a cornerstone defensively here. Maybe we go Wellspring instead. I think Wellspring probably works better here. So let's see. Now it's Grass, Ice, Psychic, Rock, Fairy. Grass, Ice, Psychic, Rock, Fairy. Okay. It's more manageable for sure. Could be like a Defog Corv. Possibly, but I want to have more offensive Pokemon on the team. I think ditching a Fairy Resist and going all in on Chansey for that kind of makes sense, but we do need an answer for IVL, so let's get a we lose to list. Ceruledge, kinda, yeah. Oops, not Zard, not Ace, not Claude. Hazards, we need another source of removal for sure. Yeah, with Steel type would fix all of this. So it's probably going to do Steel type. Rilla, yeah, Rillaboom for sure. Ceruledge, kinda. I feel like the Ice and Fairy weaknesses we can kind of ignore. Yeah, like any Steel type, pretty much, well, except for the ones that have dual types that cause the issues. But yeah, I'm aware that a Steel type would fix all of these, but I'm just trying to look at our options here and pick, try to pick a Steel type that makes sense. So yeah, so Ceruledge, kinda, Hazards, kinda. We could go Defog, Rocks, Lando. Could be an idea. Which normally is terrible. Finishes first, we lose to list, immediately begins second. I mean, hey, what can I say? Yeah, ban Scizor, not a terrible idea. By the way, that Pokemon is solid. So let's see, Ceruledge, Hazards. Dragonite. I think, like, Chansey, I don't think is taking Dragonite hits. Yeah, because it's going to be clicking, like, a Z, like, Outrage and stuff, and that's going to do 1 billion. Let's see. Yeah, like, you're not living down to +1. Even with max HP, I don't think it's... Yeah, you're still super not living that. Psywave Chansey is going to eat Scarf Goldengo's lunch. That's pretty funny. Garchomp, kinda, yeah, as well. All these physical attackers that can kind of get past Chansey are a little problematic. Maybe we do need a Corv. I see like maybe like a Corv plus Specs Coco. It's kind of just off the top of my head, but it feels like that might be good. Let's see, Garchomp. Banded Sizz with Defog, not the worst idea. Yeah, Pecharunt is definitely something I considered. I just don't know if we can afford that if we're not running a fat team. Volk? I don't think that fits that well. Pink Wormadam. Yeah, I don't know about that. Okay, let's see. We don't lose D-Knight, Garchomp, Goldengo. like low-key Goldengo, kind of. Sort of depends on the... We could also go rocks on... We could go rocks on Diancie and defog Landorus. Yeah, that's a possibility. But I don't know, defog plus rocks. Something about that doesn't feel right to me, but that's a possibility. I feel like you want to go rapid spin if you're going to count on a Pokemon that can only really set rock once. I guess that's I think the way to articulate my bad feeling. Gliscor, kind of, honestly. Which sounds crazy, but like, we go into Chansey, you know, we might get it knocked off, we port, we go into Ogerpon, we don't kill with one Ivy Cudgel, we get poisoned. Gliscor is at 8%, which is basically 100%, and then you lose. Heatran, yeah, Heatran kinda, because it taunts a lot. Kinda. Great Tusk, kinda. A lot of Pokemon that aren't like really back. You know, Garchomp is... No, that's kinda. I'm gonna take Heatran off this list. I feel like we have enough for it on the offensive side. Probably gonna take off Great Tusk as well. We can't overwhelm ourselves. Treads, Ival. Yeah, Ival for sure. Valiant is brutal. Kingambit, yeah. I mean, we don't have a... Well, we kind of have a Dark Resist, but no. Kingambit's pretty rough. We need Prio as well. We need speed also. Zama is... ID Zama gets us for sure. Kyurem kinda. Actually, no, pretty well, because they run Substitute a lot, don't they? I mean, let's check. And also, like, I know Kyurem doesn't have a ton of usage, but I swear, like, every time we have a team that's Kyurem weak, we run into, like, 50% usage Kyurem. Yeah, it runs Substitute over half the time, so that's not a great sign. Yeah, some of the Gliscor is laughing at a Chansey Ice Beam. That is for sure. That is for sure. Now, we're taking this team in an offensive direction. Chansey will be the one, like, bulky Pokemon. 5 setup breakers and port Chansey. That, we're not doing that. Megalopinate, yeah. Megalop is an issue. Melmetal, Melmetal, yeah, kind of. Melmetal's kind of rough. Raging Bolt is fine. Yeah, Mega Scizor destroys us. No, not Scarf Heatran. Well, like, probably not, but no, I really don't want to run a Scarf Heatran without Wish, to be honest with you. Fine against these. I mean, Lele, kinda. Nah, pretty much Tapu Lake, because it just clicks Psyshock for free. Regular Gallade with agility. Yeah, that's the play. That's what we need. Solution sounds like adding Melmetal. Not really. I don't think that's the solution. I don't think a slow Pokemon without Wish support on a team this offensive is going to be effective. If Megas could hold items, how much do you think it would change Megas? Like an infinite amount. They'd all get banned. Like they'd be super imbalanced. Like, are you kidding? Like, can you imagine like a choice banned Mega Metacham? They would all be like a choice specs Zard. It would not be running Heat Rock. Like it would, they would all, every Mega Evolution would instantly become insanely broken except for like Audino. No, like Mega Diancie. They'd all just be running choice specs or choice band, and it would be really good. Yeah, so the Coco plan doesn't sound terrible. It struggles a bit. It struggles a bit into Zama. Could be a Scarf Lele. What if we went Lele here? Future Sight for sure on this. Then what are we losing to? So it's Rock, Fairy, Grass, Ice. Yeah. So it would need to be a Steel last for sure. Yeah, okay. I think probably gold. Probably just a Z gold works. Puts us in a spot where we do have to go defog Lando, though, which I don't really love. Could be Corv as well, technically, but I don't feel like our team really has enough offense in that case. We also have no Prio, which is really bad, so that's not really acceptable. Yeah, it doesn't work. You need Prio. Username unavailable 69. Good luck on your exam. Yeah. Let's go with the Scizor plan. We're going CBD fog. Actually, we'll go close combat. Well, no, we don't have... We'll go knock. We'll go knock off. Going off to outspeed Adamant Gambit. Jolly is so rare in this format. We'll go rest in HP. We'll say, yeah, Scarf Lele, Psychic, Moonblast, Hidden Power Fire. Go Defog on this too. I think, do we go Helmet or I think we go Leftovers on this. We'll say Defog, Toxic, U-Turn, EQ, keep it simple. Diancie, SR, Moonblast, Diamond Storm. Scissor. Yeah, this is, and I get this every time I put a Lele on a team. Like, well, Lele, hold on, Wellspring, okay, to make sure there wasn't any weird incompatibilities. Lele blocks priority and you're running a priority Pokemon? Yes, this is Napdex. Psychic Surge only lasts 5 turns, and if you don't have a priority user on your team, you will lose to every hyper offense team. Every single one. So, yeah, you need this. Okay, we might change it, we might go Thunderwave. On this, I kind of want to try, I get the pivoting idea, I kind of want to try Synthesis SD on this, Ivy Cudgel Power Up. And just like something like that seems nice. On this, yeah, Moonblast, Diamond Storm, probably just Earth Power. Right, we'll go, but I kind of want to run, at the same time, I sort of want to run a bulkier Diancie here. Yeah, let's see. National Dex lead. What did they run here? 240. Yeah, could go the Endeavor sub angle. I'm not a huge fan of that. Let's go bulky though. Let's give it the HP. I don't know why I run 16 defense, but I'll trust that. Okay, let's go this Moonblast, Earth Power, and instead of Diamond Storm, we'll go... What do we want to go, like Mystical Fire? Sure, let's go with that. We'll go enough for... Actually, do we even need to outspeed Raging Bolt here? We probably want to. We'll go 250. I'll go for the 2... Well, let's just get this on this, and then we'll go defense. Okay, there we go. That's good. Really, we get there. We're good. Done. Good there. Good there. And good there, I think. Okay, Technician, Natural Cure, Intimidate, Magic Bounce always starts off with Clear Body, so we're good there. Water Absorb, Psychic Surge. Could go Modest, little greedy. No, actually, we don't outspeed Zama if you go Modest, do you? No, you do. But I still feel like that's foolish. I can't exactly put my finger on what... Well, it's kind of a crowded speed tier, I guess. If we go Modest, we don't outspeed, like, oh, +1 Tusk, and then, like, Scarf Atra and Scarf Gold. So, yeah, Timid's probably the move here. Okay, let's just run this and see what happens. Specs Chansey is an insane wall breaker. Yeah. Oh, 16 defense EVs are just leftovers that aren't meant to be used in Endeavor. Okay, we'll change this then. We'll go max HP and then just like a little bit of special attack. Okay. Oops. Let's not start off with F. Say HF. There we go. Okay. We got a Metagross for some reason. I think getting Magic Bounce established makes sense. This is so weird. What elo are you? They're 50. What elo are we? Oh my gosh. Okay, we're like the devil's elo over here. Yeah, let's kick it off with Diancie. Yeah, okay. Well, that's a little bit unfortunate, but it has Clear Body, so we can't really effectively go into Landorus. I'm okay to go into Scizor here. We can defog without too much of an issue, so I'm just going to U-turn here, and then hopefully we can defog soon. I wasn't, like, I guess I maybe should have anticipated the Metagross lead, but I figured when there was Landorus kind of being as obvious as it was that might give some second thoughts. Let's see, we'll go in here. I'm going to click Toxic immediately. I don't think we want to mess around with this. Okay, we get the poison off. Dragon Tail comes out. Please don't drag out like something terrible like Wellspring. They can't touch it. Okay. Alrighty, well, I mean, there's a whole Venu in the back, so let's just maybe click Ivy Cudgel. Okay, they want to stay in, which is fine. Hopefully we don't get Hurric, and it's one of these. Okay, well that's really frustrating. I did not think that would happen to us. I guess maybe I should have checked the calc and seen it was defensive, but like I did not even consider it a possibility that thing would Thunder Wave us there. Okay, they do not care about their health. There, okay, so let's go back into Landorus again, I guess. Or let's go Scizor, I think. I mean, I just don't understand why this... Like, are you going to Roost? I don't know. Let's go into Scizor here. Okay, hopefully it's not Hidden Power Fire. Let's defog. Okay. And we instantly died to Hidden Power Fire. Sick, dude. That's awesome. Okay. Well, this has been terrible. Yeah, like, this has just been super awful. We probably lose. I don't even know what to do here. Like, I guess Landorus. This will probably scare them out. Yeah, we're about to move to... excuse me, we're about to lose to a 1500 player, so this team is not inspiring me. Anthony, you've officially moved into the new apartment. Congratulations. Yeah, like, this is brutal. I'm trying to think, like, what do you do? Okay, so we get the Metagross in. Let's EQ. It's Dragon Tail, of course it's T-Wave, says somebody who has not ever played OU, evidently. That is not a thing. They do not run T-Wave, ever. There are tons of Dragon Tail sets that never run T-Wave, so no, that is not an established thing. Okay. I mean, we can't block it from getting rocks. Let's go into Wellspring and get paralyzed and let it get free rocks. Yep. Okay. Let's rebuild this. I'm tired. Okay, so I wanted to avoid building like just what I built before, but I kind of built the Chansey team already that was pretty good, which was this here. And I think maybe we need to just do something like that. Like we need like a really strong breaker to make this worthwhile. Yeah, we are just scrapping this whole thing. That was a terrible performance. Yeah, like, I mean, I knew we'd probably get paralyzed, and I also knew it was probably going to be HP Fire Venu because, you know, ladder. But there was nothing. I kind of just had to hope it wasn't. There wasn't really anything I could do. I don't know, like, I knew we were not moving against that Metagross. Um. Let's see. Yeah, like the Zard, that team is just pretty solid, to be honest. We might not even need it. Let's just like play with this a little bit. I think this honestly just might be better. We'll go. I think one thing we might want to change is HDB on this D Knight. But let's like, yeah, like this. This was an effective team, if I recall. Let's just try this a little bit. Let's see, like, we can try to think about what other... Okay, HF. This looks like a fun team. I like a lot of pivots. Got a Lele Medicore. It's nice. I like it. Okay. Honestly, just kind of want to start with Chansey. Toxic looks really nice here. Let's just poison something. Okay, Taunt Lele. Dude, what are we doing? Okay, I mean, Victini like should be pretty solid against this. Okay, yeah. I'm going to collect Bolt Strike here. I figure probably... Okay, Incineroar comes in. We paralyze it, which is real. What are the odds of paralyzing? 20%. I actually, like, low-key did not even know that move could paralyze. Okay, I think I like Zard here because we can't get knocked off. And there's the knockoff. Sick. Let's Mega Evo, and I'm going to go for the Solar Beam. I figure probably Mola comes in here. If not, at least we get Sun Up, which helps a lot of our team. Okay, that indicates no bulk on that thing. So Bro is definitely offensive. We want to get in Chansey here for sure. Okay, yeah, there's the Bleak Wind. I'm going to just port. Okay, it's not... Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Hate to see you lose an item like that. Let's go Ace and U-turn. Surely you don't knock off here, right? And sack your... Okay, cool. So we get the U-turn going off there. Let's check that U-turn damage. That looks like AV, which makes sense. That's kind of what I figured it would be. I'm going to just throw off a Toxic here. Okay, cool. We poison it. Oh, and it's Wish. Okay, so I guess that's just Spadef then. Let me double check that Cinderace calc. Because that is... We did 20... Or hold on, Oh no, we did fully in that range, so it's probably just a normal Mola. I'm just tripping. Let's go for another Toxic here. Oh wait, I forgot we were faster. Is this min speed Chansey on here? We should definitely be min speed for underspeeding Mola. So we got that fixed now. Treads comes in, which, yeah, makes sense. It's just soft boiled. That's fine, because like we can just court change this later. I'll go for the port here. Guys, I'm going to Pyro Ball. This should kill most offensive treads. We do kill. Beautiful. That's huge. If we court change, that's pretty much game over. Once you win the Hazard War, you pretty much win the game. Yeah, this thing's definitely has like a Z, I'm pretty sure. So we want to let something go down. I think D Knight is fine to let die here. And they... Wow. Okay, that's a play. Okay. Let's just Ice Spinner. We can, like, I don't really mind us dying here. And they go for Future Sight because they're making wild plays. Could let the Chansey go. Is that an okay decision to let the Chansey go? I don't think we do. I think we let this go down. Let's court change here. Let's get our Hazard supremacy established. Have you been #1 on Natex? Yes, many times. Okay, and we get to live. That's really cool. I did not think they would let us do that. Let's U-turn here. Probably we can just get Sun Up. And we get Parting Shotted. Would have been nice if they got paralyzed, but it's fine. So is Blackout or just me? I think it's just you. I'm not seeing that on my end. Okay, we got Boots, and I guess it's like Boots offensive. Okay, let's go Chansey here. Get that healed up. Might be Defog. which would be kind of annoying, but at least we don't have to deal with hazards, which is really nice. Cool. Let's soft boiled. That's doing a lot. Wonder if this is taunt too. That'd be really frustrating. Metacham comes out. Okay, definitely a Tusk moment here. Okay, cool. And they go for the Trail Blaze, ladies and gentlemen. We might just lose to this right now. If it has a psych, like, okay, but like, okay, really though? Come on. Please don't have a way to kill Victini, I guess. That's where we're at now. I was hoping you don't have a way to kill Victini. Does Bolt Strike kill? It does. Okay, it looks like there is no, and we miss. Dude, that is a 94 accuracy move. What are we doing, Victini? Okay, and there's no para again. We need to roost here. Please don't, okay, and this Incineroar said, you know what? Paralysis is merely an idea, and one I do not subscribe to. So, okay, let's go Chansey. Yeah, there's the nasty plot, which we always kind of knew was there. We got a Toxic. Okay, finally, something has gone our way. That is good. Let's click soft boiled here. Okay, Mola comes out. I think we go... I think we port into Zard is fine. Okay, they tried a Toxic, which obviously is not going to be very effective. And we go in and we Solar Beam. Okay. Instant. Okay, that's fine. Solar Beam damage did that much. So, well, hold on. Solar Beam did 17. So, yeah, we Scorching Sands here. Okay, I like fine. I'm clicking Weather Ball now. I'm so tired. You have no idea how tired I am of this Tornadus. It's gone. It's dead. Yes. Yay. Happy days. Okay, we actually might just straight up win here with Charizard. I forget that this... yeah, interesting. Okay, so I'm going to go into Victini here, actually, because I want Zard to be in to just kill everything. Actually, so, okay, in retrospect, that was a bad play, but it worked out okay. I'm going to click U-turn here. The reason it's a bad play is the Metacham situation. That could have gone badly for us. I think we go Cinderace here and just U-turn again. Seems fine. And then we're probably into the Chansey. Yeah, let's go into the Chansey. Okay, and then we can port. No problem. We can port, and we can go Zardwine and Solar Beam. And I think that kills... Okay, or they're just going to Toxic. I don't... Maybe they don't know what Natural Cure is. What elo are they? 50. Okay, maybe they're not familiar with the ability. Okay, we're looking good now, though. No, we're fine. We're fine. You are... Wait, oh, okay. For some reason, I forgot that outsped. And of course, it does indeed get the tie, which is, you know, whatever. Let's hope we can hit some Pyro Balls, I guess. If we hit 3 Pyro Balls, that's game. Okay, there's one. Maybe we don't need to go for that RNG, though. It's got to be 4 attacks, Medi, so I don't think we need to go for it. Yeah, let's just U-turn here. We can go Victini. Yeah, we should be fine. We should be fine to win this. Confirmed. V-create, right? Obviously. Okay, GG. All right. That was, like, way closer than it should have been, but we got the win. All right. I wonder if we want to go Wisp on this Ace. Well, I mean, a lot of things hate Toxic here. I think we want to kick it off with Zard. I think that looks fine. Mola lead. Let's go right into Chansey. What was weird was that my opponent never once tried to, like, heal anything up with Wish. That's crazy. Incineroar did pretty well, though, there. I think we got to respect Incineroar's performance. Maybe deserving of an OU stream. Like, maybe, like, Mola Hydrapple. Something like Mola Hydrapple, Incineroar. Let me write that down. Petch as well. Trap could be interesting. Okay. All right, now let me lock back in on this game. Okay, so obviously that's... I'm watching your newest vid. Hey, awesome. Love to hear that. I'm going to poison this because it's quite a nuisance for these kinds of teams. And yeah, we get it with one of those, which is not great. I'm going to soft boil because I suspect a pursuit. Yep, got him. And I'll go for another soft boiled. Okay, cool. So we can now... We could port... I'm going to just soft boiled again. Okay, they go into Gloking, which makes sense. Let's teleport here, and then we can... Okay, nice. This is the great thing about teleport, is that we get the slow ones like that, right? So Shifu, yeah, we're gonna make this D-Knight boots, because this is not good. HDB, and we can go like Roost. I think this is a weird, kind of a wacky set, but I think that's fine. Let's go into this, and I'm just going to go for the extreme speed in case this thing has Ice Spinner. We want to get some damage off on this. All right, Lando enters, and it's not Helmet. That is actually looks very offensive, that Landorus. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Okay, I think Tusk should be fine here. Yeah, there's the U-turn. Cool. Yeah, so let's go D-Knight and hope we live. I think we do. We do indeed. That indicates Scarf damage. Yeah, that's Scarf damage. Let's go for another E-speed. And hey, we get decent damage off. So that's, that could have gone worse. Our Tusk, I believe, lives. Yeah, Tusk does indeed live, and it would do a ton of damage to this. So we can go into Tusk and Rapid Spin here. And that's actually great. So they are going to... Wait a second. They are not Scarf. They are Pads. Yikes. Okay, they might have Jet here. If they do, I don't think there's a thing in the world we can do about it. So I'm going to Headlong, and they have Jet. Okay. Right, let's go into Zard, and let's click Weather Ball. At least Zard outspeeds. This is actually manageable. This is not that bad. We definitely have to be careful about how we play this, though, because the Raging Bolt is now our absolute worst nightmare. Let's go for the Scorching Sands here. I think that's a better play. Does more to Bolt, covers Gloking, not as well, but still pretty decent into Gloking, excuse me. But at the same time, I feel like you don't risk Bolt here. That's fine, we'll go for it. But yeah, Boots D-Knight would have made a world of difference here. So we've got that on our side now. Or do we go? Maybe we go with that E-speed like Dragon Tail set. That seems not bad. Let's just go EQ. Let's not mess around with this weird fire. We have enough fire coverage. Okay, opponent is really taking their time here. That's okay. We did catch it. Okay, that's good. At least. I mean, Chansey without its Eviolite is still probably taking this pretty well. So I do think we go into that, but I'm hoping it's not a Volt Switch set. It is a Volt Switch set. Okay. That's not good news. What do you do? I mean... Like... I think it's got to be Victini. Hopefully they click a fighting move. They shouldn't. Okay, they do. They clicked a fighting move. That's big. That's really good to know. That's really good. We can't V-create, unfortunately, though, because of this guy. So we kind of have to U-turn here. Yeah, the T-Tar being alive is not great. Okay, Mola enters. The U-turn comes out. That damage indicates... standard set. We'll go into this, and we will... I'm going to go for the Solar Beam. I think we have to play aggressively if we have a chance at making this happen. Okay. Okay, huge. Yep. As I said, I knew we have to be making aggressive plays if we have a chance at this. Does there... I'm going to hope the Volt Switch doesn't kill and go for Scorching Sands here. Okay, huge kill. That is massive. That is... Like, okay, I know I'm playing this like a madman, but it's, you know, you gotta kind of do that at this stage. Okay. All right, we could... no. Let's go Chansey. Could go Cinderace here. I don't think that's the move. I think we soft build. I think we're fine to do that at this point. I think we're in a good enough spot that we can afford that. Okay. Ace U-turn. Gotta be the play here, surely. Slowking comes in. Yeah. That U-turn damage. Okay. How much is Zard Y doing to T-Tar with Sand Up? Oh my, that is like not much. I think we need Ace around because the Lando is probably Scarf, though. Could we go Victini and just V-create here? Is that a possibility? How much is Zard doing to this thing? Problem is, I think if we go Zard and Glow King, we just don't kill, and then it just pivots out, and then, yeah, because... The T-Char's been playing like it doesn't have Stone Edge, so I'm going to just kind of hope it doesn't have Stone Edge. Let's do that. Let's go that angle. You know what might be fun is Overheat on Zard. I should start running Overheat more often, honestly. Okay, there we go. Good roll, I think. Yeah, pretty solid. So this thing has Stone Edge, which is... This is probably Scarf Stone Edge. I think we have to sack Victini. I think that's the best sack. Yeah, and there is the Stone Edge. So they should be afraid. I'm hoping they're afraid here of the Sucker Punch, and they're going to not stay in and click Stone Edge. So I'm going to Pyro Ball here. But yeah, we changed the D-Knight to be HDB, so that'll be much better next time if we face a team like this. Okay, good. Pyro Ball. That's okay. We Sucker Punch here. Absolutely. Okay. And they click Stone Edge again. We have a 75% chance to kill here. Okay, let me just walk through this in my head. So, okay. They switch here. We go Zard. They go to something else. They go Lando. I think we have to hope they throw. So it's trying to, now we got to calculate, like, what's the most likely way they could throw. Actually, how much is Cinderace doing to Shifu? Not nearly enough, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to Pyro Ball here for the Shifu, I think is what we need to do to get chip for later. Okay, then I'm going to U-turn into Zard here. I think that was a bad play on their part. Well, no, that was fine, I think. Yeah, and someone said I should have clicked U-turn here. I do want to Pyro Ball so we can potentially kill this Shifu next time we're on the field. We want that. We wanted that chip. Okay. Yeah, so there's the U-turn coming out. We go Zard. With a U-turn. Okay, that's fine, I guess, honestly. Actually, no, we lose now, yeah. Okay, I mean, good play on their part. They have to hit moves, though. Yeah, they've got to hit, which they probably will. They miss. We get bailed. No, we don't get bailed because the Shifu still, I think, kills us. How much do we do with Cinderace Sucker Punch? Yeah, it'll come down to a read. Well, unless they don't have... No, what am I doing? We just go ace here. Yeah, we just go ace. Yeah, no, we win now. Yeah, we got bailed by RNG. We take those, though. We have boots on D-Knight for next time. Lesson learned. Let's see what they go for. Just knock off. Fair, yeah, that's fine. Which, if they have, we Solar Beam here. If they have Stone Edge, they win still. But they've been really playing like they don't. Like, why would you click knock off that turn, for example? But yeah, what can I mean, we played to our outs, right? Our opponent played really well, honestly. That was a good endgame from their part. Like the U-turn play was, I didn't foresee that, and that was smart because then that would allow the double intimidate. I don't know if they thought that far about it. That was honestly a good play to the point I'm not sure a 1600s player could have made it. Okay, that's knockoff calc is definitely wrong. Okay, yeah, we win because, yeah, the game's not over. Okay. HF. Okay, we're facing some cheese here. But this is honestly, I mean, you love to see webs when you're running a court change team, generally. And this is, I think, no exception. Let's kick it off with Zard and just go for the Weather Ball. It does a ton of damage. Should 2-hit KO the Torkoal, make them choose which hazard they want to get up. Actually, no. Looks like they are going to get up, but which I don't think they should have gotten up both because now they're going to have to deal with that. But that's fine. Fine for us, not so great for them. Okay, we get the win. Latias enters like toxic, right? I mean... Let's just click the okay, that's not so good. Okay. Like, okay, but what are the odds? What is this, dude? All right. Seismic Toss, I don't think is breaking, right? This thing has... No, it is breaking. Yeah, no, it is. Okay, so let's Seismic Toss here. Now let's go for another one. Okay, they'll go. Yeah, that's totally fine. Let's pour it out here. And it's time to get our Cinderace in the field. Actually, so we want to... Hold on. Well, let me think. I'm thinking like, okay, let's go Cinderace. Let's Pyro Ball. But there's a chance of missing. So I'm thinking we go Charizard just to be safe. Which, this might sound crazy. Like, you had a Boots Fire type. Instead, you go into Charizard when rocks are up. What are you doing? Are you insane, Pink Cross? Well, reason is basically, I think my matchup here is so good that I don't see it fit to take the risk. That's basically the situation. I think my matchup is so dominant that I'm not worried about taking that damage there, and I'd rather go with taking 50% on my Zard than having the chance to miss because of that dominant matchup. So this is a little scary. I'm trying to think if it's okay to just let Chansey go to this, or if I want to stay in and Headlong Rush. I think staying in and Headlong Rushing is fine. Honestly, this Tusk is not super important. Okay, fine. Let's go for an Ice Spinner. I'm imagining it's... Okay, so the way they're playing this, I'm pretty sure this is... Okay, dude, what are you doing, man? Okay, I'll click Ice Spinner again. Like, I don't get the vision. I don't see what they're doing. Okay, like that still did a ton. Cool, let's go into D-Knight here. And let's just Extreme Speed. Okay, Serp enters. That's awesome. I'm really happy to take this out because it's obviously with, really threatening with the contrary. So they just gave up their best resource, which, now that being said, was it going to get past 3 fire types, a Chansey and a D-Knight, that Serp? No, it really wasn't. Which actually, now that I look at my team, maybe that Serp was not good at all. Let me teleport here. Focus Blast misses. We love to see it. Zard or Victini? Probably Victini, right? Well, no, let's go Zard so we can get up Sun. Yeah, this is a completely one-sided game. This is, like, I don't like to hit people with the GG, but, I mean, this is looking rough. We can go for a nice slow U-turn here. Beautiful. Go into Cinderace, U-turn. We can just spam U-turn on this with our 2 U-turn. And it's got to be stored power last, I'm thinking. So, yeah. We just click U-turn forever. And you probably die eventually. Okay, there's Citrus Berry, so you didn't even have... All right, we can go Charizard on this. I don't think Aqua Jet has any chance of killing. Critical hit? Let's see. Critical hit will do it, so maybe we want to... I mean, but it doesn't matter. Let's just Solar Beam. And they don't even try to switch out. Yeah, I don't know what my opponent is trying to do here. I respect that they're still trying. Many people, myself included, would have forfeited at this point, but my opponent is determined to keep going. Pinka can go from... this MU stinks. Someone said, Pinka can go from my matchup is so dominant to I need to let something go in seconds. Parentheses, no hate. Yeah, that's true. That doesn't mean my matchup isn't dominant. Like, I'll have matchups where I know I'm like, yeah, I absolutely destroy this team, and at the same time I still need to sack something. But like I knew there was no problem. It does, yeah. Like I knew the Azumarill was potentially hazardous and could lead to me needing to sack something, but it just wasn't that big of an issue. Yeah, because it's like, whatever, let something die, Tusk Helmet, Chansey goes down, go into Zard Y, and then like sack something else, and then go Victini because it now doesn't die to an Ocjet with Sun Up. Like, even if we had to sack like half our team to Azu, we still won the game because that was how bad the matchup was. HF. Okay. That laddie needs Pursuit and Toxic Spikes. Yeah, and some other stuff, honestly. Sometimes I sack stuff just to end the game quicker. Yeah, that too. But I tend to sack stuff just to be safe. It's normally a safety thing, but yeah, you can do that as well. Okay, they've got an Absol, so this is GG. We've won. This is the worst Pokemon ever. Kind of kidding, not really. Let's kick it off with Zard. Yeah, let's go for Weather Ball. This is the problem with Absol. It's just like it's so frail. Okay, does it actually... Let me check if it dies to Solar Beam. Close. What does that tell you, huh? Okay. Latios comes in. Do we go Chansey? Or do we get... We could also just stay in here. I don't hate the idea of just staying in because I feel like they might want to... but like, Specs Draco would be devastating. So let's go Chansey. Okay, and there's just a Luster Purge coming out. I'm going to... I think we're fine to teleport. Okay, they Psy Shock. Let's check that Luster Purge damage on Chansey. But we were at plus that Luster Purge. Okay, so this is Soul Dew. I'm pretty... Looking at these calcs, I'm guessing this is just Soul Dew. That would make the most sense. We can just go Cinderace here. It outspeeds. It kills this thing with a U-turn. And see what they want to go into. Their team does not look very good. I think we're in a good spot here. Okay, they just choose to sack. And, I mean, it could have been, like, modest bug resist berry, but I figured it wasn't, and it indeed it was not. We can go Tusk here. Looks really good. And the only Pokemon they have that is okay with scrapping with Tusk is Terapagos, which lets in our Chansey for free, and we can just heal that up. So that's another thing. When you kill a Pokemon with U-turn, you're always going to let your opponent has to get the switch advantage. So don't try to like avoid it somehow. Like, oh, maybe like there's like a perfect play. There isn't a perfect play, but you can ask yourself, well, is there a play I can make that minimizes the damage of this? And in that case, it was forcing them to go into Terapagos with Great Tusk. So then I could go and heal up Chansey. So whenever you kill a Pokemon with a pivoting move, think, what do I want them to go into? What is easiest for me to deal with? And then make your play to kind of push them into that play. Okay, I'm going to teleport here. I don't really care that much about being knocked off. Okay, well, critical hit's a little annoying because I don't think we switch into Terapagos anymore, but that's still not like even the biggest threat. We can just go Zard and Weather Ball something. Yeah, they go for knockoff, which doesn't even do half because Absol is great. What a garbage mod, dude. Okay, here's a Tauros on deck. 350 speed. Actually did not know it was that fast. I thought it was like some like 305 or some like kind of terrible speed tier that used to be good. Okay, let's just go Tusk. I mean, if we get hit by a Sheer Force, well, second thought, maybe let's not go Tusk. Let's go Ace. Ace is not that useful this game. Okay, and good thing we didn't go into Tusk. Let's just throw off a Pyro Ball here. And well, there's Tauros for you, folks. There's Tauros. Straight up just instantly dies. Yeah, I'm down to Sucker Punch this. Okay. Attack. We got, hopefully don't be a Substitute as well. We might actually get swept by Iron Boulder, which would be... Okay, no, we're fine. Yeah, I think E-Speed kills here. Let me double check this. E-Speed, yeah, E-Speed's gonna do it. Cool. I probably should have U-turned with Cinderace and then gone into Tusk, but it's, you know, it's fine. We figured it out. Let's just Earthquake. And we'll go for some E-Speeds. This Terapagos Calm Minding up is the only way in the world we lose this game, so we just want to make sure that doesn't happen. Yeah, which is why we are just attacking. There was no... Yeah, they're going for it, which I respect. I respect the fact that they went for the sweep there. That was the right play on their part, but we were always just going to spam attacks on the Terapagos. We were never going to give it any breathing room. When you're way ahead in a game and your opponent... When you're way ahead in a game, ask yourself, how could I possibly lose this? And in that case, there was one way I could possibly in the world lose that game, and that was Terapagos pulling some BS and Calm Minding up. So I was like, okay, if this Terapagos comes out, I attack, over and over. That's it. I'm going to just start up another game here. Okay, yeah, let's just click. Yeah, okay, cool, GG. D-Knight getting a lot more kills than it really should have there. But actually, no, honestly, the opponent, like, you may look at that endgame and say, wow, the opponent got cooked. Them being greedy as possible and going for, like, all the setup was absolutely the right play. When you're in these dire situations, you have to say, hey, I hope my opponent throws. I didn't throw, but I think it was the right move for them to play the way they did. All right, HF. Yeah, Life Orb, Sheer Force, Tauros, indeed. Speaking of Nidoking, we got to build that at some point. That one's cool. Okay, let's... You know what I'd love to build is... You know what sounds like an epic core is... Okay, so... Nidoking, Medicham, Gambit, Mola. Does that not sound like really scary? If we could find a way to defensively support that, that Breaking Core is absolutely devastating. Let me tell you that. Be careful of King Gambit Roost. Yeah, okay. This is okay. This is the weird Zapdos that's like max HP, but also modest and has a little bit of defense. So let's remember that. Chipping that would be really nice still. I think I'm okay with leading with Zard and just hitting this. We shouldn't die. Like, we really shouldn't die, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see if it's like... I don't know what this thing is. Okay, that did so much. That, like, let's check that. Let's check this Cal, because this Zapdos has been confounding me for ages. That did 89. What? Okay, that was a literal, like, absolute max roll on Modest, unless it's, like, Expert Belt. I'm guessing it's got to be Expert Belt, because we saw it had Defense EVs last time. Okay, let's just go Tusk here. Okay, that's awesome. That is a really, really good scenario for us. I'm okay to rock up here, I think, in that case. All right. Ice Spinner should kill. Let's go for it. Okay, good. The Zapdos, and we didn't even get paralyzed. That's awesome. I think we always had Long Rush here. This is like the thing that is, this is a really frustrating Pokemon for us. So I'm super down to die too. And yeah, we do die. Totally okay. Does Ace kill with a U-turn? That might be nice. Ooh, super. Oh yeah, because it's a 4 times resist. Yeah, that was never going to happen. D-Knight Extreme Speed also does not do it. Victini probably dies to a Sucker Punch because this is, after all, Mega Mobile. It actually doesn't, but I don't. We don't want to let Victini take all that damage for no reason. Let's go D-Knight, and we could... No, DD would be insanely greedy. Let's just DQ. Okay, and they did go for the play route, which is good. They go into Terap, and we see, right, this is one of those weird Terapagos that is not the set every Terapagos is. Let's go Chansey here. And I'm going to... I think we port. Because I expect, like, an Archaludon to come in here. Yeah, cool. We caught it. I'm totally down to go into Zard here. And just go for the Weather Ball. And I think it's AV. Yeah, that's fine. I believe Cinderace is the right play here. I'm tempted to go into Victini because it can't miss, but that's a little too easy for Dragonite to come in on. So let's go Cinderace Pyro Ball and just hope we don't miss. So I wonder if that's confirmed AV Archaludon, just like for next time we face this team, because this is one of those people that like plays the exact same team every single time. So I want to see if we can get confirmation on that set. That damage we did 71. Let's just calc and see if like max Spadef could have done that. Without the AV, we did 70. It's possible. It could be Spadef. We don't know. This is one of those. I think this is a Ground Z Terapagos, if I recall correctly, but I think it dies to Pyro Ball. No, pretty small chance to kill. Let's U-turn here then, and we can go into Chansey. That's actually better anyway, because it sets us up better for Dragonite. So yeah, Ground Z. I'm remember. This is the problem with using the exact same team every single game for your entire career. It does have a downside. Okay, we don't die to anything here, so I want to soft boiled, so we're as healthy as possible for the Dragonite. We're gonna soft boiled again. Cool. And here it's I think it's Victini time. Okay, that's fine. Let's V-Create. If D-Knight comes in, we are clicking V-Create. This is another one of those cases. I keep like repeating this. Always attack. That you keep attacking constantly. All right. I think Chansey Toxic is our best play here. But yeah, like when you're winning, just keep attacking. Don't let up. Don't let up on the pressure. Dual Wing Beat, no problem. Okay, that's the last threat gone. So we are all set now. Yeah, let's just soft boiled here. Actually, we'll Toxic cover the switch. Okay, that's fine. Stall. Bro, there is one Pokemon with a recovery move on this team. This guy, okay, this dude is an absolute clown for that one. I no longer feel bad about calling his Zapdos set stupid. Or calling their Zapdos set stupid, excuse me. Never know. Women can be toxic jerks too. Okay. Yeah, so, well, like, okay. I mean, that's not that tough, but like stall, you're really going to call this stall because there's one Chansey? Should I call it stall because you have a Zapdos? Like, come on. What are we doing? Yeah, we're 5-1, by the way. We've gone 5-0 with this secondary Chansey team. Maybe I should have just kicked off the stream with going this in the first place, because what I kind of realized is like, well, Chansey needs really good hazard control. Like really good, and I think it needs it to be so good that only Cinderace really works, but then you can't really justify Cinderace without Charizard, so you kind of get down this rabbit hole, pun intended, of like, you kind of have to run a team like this. So maybe this is just one of the... Look, I'm not saying, like, Chansey... I think Chansey's viable widely. Like, there have got to be other ways to make Chansey work, but I think this is one of the most intuitive ones. Yeah, bro is indeed delusional. First time playing SV. Okay, well that bodes well for us then. Let's we don't really want to kick it off with Zard, do we? Well, we do. Honestly, that's fine. Let's kick it off with Zard. Grimmsnarl, yeah, we can just we can weatherball this thing. Yeah, banded Victini, common stall. Okay, we critical hit immediately. My bad. Ball right. They hit us with. Yeah, that sucks. That's really bad luck. Nothing really to say about that. That's super unfortunate. Like that's pretty much game. They might find like an angle, but I think their matchup was bad to start off with, and to have your Grimmsnarl instantly die to a critical hit, that should be it. I don't see anyone coming back from that. We go into Tusk here. I figured this is, yeah, Ice Punch makes sense. I figured this was probably a Dragon Dance one. Okay, good play with Lando. I mean, they're doing this well, but I'm going to just set up rocks here. And if they go Hatterene, we can just court change, is the other brutal thing for them. Yeah, like it's like on one hand, good play. On the other hand, check this. We're going to just go into Ace here. Okay, because we can do a lot to this with U-turn, and because it's a T-Tar, which is like pretty much a struggle for our team, we are going to go for the U-turn here. And I think they're... Well, here's the thing now. I feel like they DD here. So let's go Chansey. Yep, Called it. So what we do here... I'm trying to think, do we Seismic Toss? I think we do Seismic Toss. Toxic would be better, but it has a chance to miss. Yep, that's fine. We go D-Knight here with the threaten the extreme speed. Gold enters. It's Ace time. Well, actually, it might be Z Ghost. Let's go. Probably Z Volk. I don't. Let's DD here. Like DD's here is fine. Okay. Kind of curious as to what this thing's going to do. Let's just DD again. U-turn. Okay, that's not particularly scary. Hatterene comes out. Okay, I think this is where we go into Cinderace and we get that court change going. Yeah, this is that was a very ineffective Tyranitar play. Not really sure what my opponent thought was going to happen here, because I just can U-turn now, and then we can get in Charizard, and things are looking very good for us, I'm afraid. So this might be Scarf. It wouldn't make a ton of sense on this team, given it's a screens team, but they're also running a U-turn Landorus on a screens team, so that already doesn't make sense. So we can go into Tusk here. And they have Rocks. That is a crazy pull. Let's go for Rapid Spin. They go into... I mean, okay, they're kind of gaming. I feel like this Lando is still Scarf, I'm not going to lie. Okay, I'm going to headlong here. There's... Yeah, no one's that crazy. No one... Eventually, everybody slips up. Okay, let's go D-Knight here. Earth Power. I don't know what you are. I'm going to Extreme Speed here for a little bit of damage. Helmet. Okay, you're just Helmet. All right. Oh, and it went for one of those. All right, let's Earthquake here. Yeah, U-turn comes out. Gotcha. Not that like did a ton, but We really want to get those hazards off the field. Let's go ace to start. We can just Pyro Ball here. If it's not a... okay, that's kind of annoying. That's fine, though. Let's Pyro Ball again. I think we go Tusk Rapid Spin. I think it's that important. That, like, I'm okay with letting them Draining Kiss. Okay, epic. That's a really good situation for us. Now we don't want to let this thing heal for free, but actually Headlong Rush just kills, doesn't it? Yeah, I think that's it. No, it does not. It did not indeed kill, but that's fine. Let's think about the safest way to go about this endgame. Dragonite, I think, is a guaranteed KO here. Yeah, Dragonite's a guaranteed KO, and I think that's our best bet against the Volcarona as well. Let's go for EQ. Okay. I'm not sure if I want to give it Sun, is the thing. Actually, we should be fine. We really should be fine. Going to Zard here, because it'll be Zard into a Victini hit. We should be fine. Let's go for this. Hi, Paypinka. Can you please explain why Hatterene, Moltres, Primarina, and Galarian Weezing were in UU in Gen 8, but rose to OU in Gen 9? Hatterene, I think the big reason I'd say is Zamazenta. If I had to put my finger on something. Galarian Weezing, it was definitely because of Goldango. The fact that Galarian Weezing became like the only reliable removal. Primarina, I don't really know. Primarina's more of a just like metagame happened kind of moment, I guess. I guess Psynoise helped it get some usage. Yeah, so probably Psychic Noise helped Primarina a little bit. Tapu Fini. Oh yeah, that could be it. Yeah. Rose to OU because Tapu Fini. Well, no, but Tapu Fini. Yeah, Tapu Fini wasn't Gen 8. You're right. So that was probably why. And then what was the last one? Moltres. I think Moltres is just another like metagame thing. I guess Great Tusk. Great Tusk and Kingambit being huge are probably what I'd point to for the rise of Moltres. Okay, we're facing, I think this is like an old gen Sand team. So that's kind of fun if you're into that. I think I want to kick it off with Tusk. Tusk looks pretty good here. Okay, okay. Oh, that's actually not great for us. Let's go, I guess, Dragonite. Okay, Flip turned instantly. That's not so good. Mammo comes in. That's also not so good. We can go Chansey here. Should be able... Okay, what the... This is banded. So let's go into Victini here. Holy, dude. What the heck? This is adamant for sure as well. And that was like a maximum roll with Adamant Bandit. All right, let's U-turn here. Ooh, that is a huge U-turn. Big L from my opponent there that they went for that, honestly. Love to see it. Let's go Ace. And they pretty much just threw away the game. They had one Fire Resist, and it was a really good one, Tyranitar. And then they were just like, you know what? I don't need it. Okay, that U-turn damage... that's indicating this is probably defensive Gliscor. Let's go for the big Weather Ball. Let's see. Oh, did they not click Protect? They did not click... Oh, but they were Spit F. Okay, that's fine. They went for Rocks when we have a Cinderace. My opponent is... What Elo? They are not playing this very well, I'm going to be honest with you guys. They are not handling this well at all. Okay. And well, this is just something. That surf damage is, I believe, specs. Yeah, that's specs. So let's earthquake here to catch the. Okay, they made it. They made a good play. Well, they made a play. I guess that was not bad. We can probably go Chansey here and just heal it up. Okay, what is this, dude? All right, whatever. I'm just gonna sack Chansey here. I don't think we. Yeah, I don't think we need it. Let's port. Okay, cool. We survive. Love to see that. Do we go a score change here? I think we live afterwards, so I think we do. Okay, we do not live, but that's fine. Should be Zard. I think Zard. I'm pretty sure Zard lives a spec surf and rain. Yeah, we do. So, and solar beam super kills. So let's just go into this and let's click solar beam. Okay, they go for the surf. They don't critical hit. It's great news for us, obviously. They could ice shard here. We super sack Chansey. It is not helpful at all at this stage. There's the ice shard, and should just be a Victini. Do we V create or do we? Yeah, let's just V create. Let's not mess around. Excadrill. We go. Ooh, I wonder if we actually stay in here. No, that's a throw. When there's an ammo swine there, that would be a total throw. I think we rapid spin here just to try to break this balloon. Excellent. And they could get us here. No, they didn't go for they should have gone for the Iron Head. Now it's GG. We just had long rush. Yeah. V create, thick fat, nah, not gonna help. V create super kills. Yeah, goodbye. GG. Okay, we are cruising. Yeah, my opponent did not play that super well, to be honest with you. What are we at? We're at 7-1 now. Which the one was the other team, so. No, Great Tusk is a little bit slower than Excadrill. Excadrill hits, is it 302 or 303? I can't remember. I think it's 302. I think it speed ties with Petrarunt. Okay. So we have a Cinderace, so that's really nice to have here. Our D-Knight looks excellent as well. Our Chansey looks great. In general, I think this is a brutally rough matchup for our opponent. I don't see really getting out of this too well. I think we kick it off with Chansey just so we can poison an Araquanid or a Charizard or whatever. I'm just going to click Toxic here. We'll see what this is. I'm expecting it to be a Zard Y, given the composition of this team. Okay, Kartana, that's okay. That's good. That is a good play. And yeah, that is a solid play. I'm trying to think here. What is the best angle? A good switch. I probably should have teleported in retrospect. I'm playing a little fast, getting a little cocky because we've been winning so much, but that wasn't great. Let's go D-Knight. I think is fine here. Sacred Sword. Okay, not bad. I'm inclined to Roost. I do want to keep multi-scale intact here if possible. Let's see what this is. Breakneck Blitz, that's going to do it, folks. That will do it. So we can go Cinderace here and Pyro Ball. We lose our D-Knight, which is unfortunate, but at the same time, the Kartana did reveal its Z, so we didn't get nothing out of that, but that's not the way we wanted that to go. So I'm inclined to just go Chansey here. And this time I think we port. Gold enters. Cool. I think Charizard looks good here. Just go for a big Weather Ball. Raging Bolt comes in. Fine. We just go... Well, Chansey is going to not... Actually, no, it's Chansey. It's a Chansey. We should be okay. Let's soft boiled here. And we see Dragon Pulse come out, which is a good... Oh, it's booster energy, so there's no Z to worry about, which is great news. Okay, so we're just going to heal up here. I'm going to click Toxic again. Okay, well, actually, no. This has got to be Zard. I was, for a second, I was, like, lagging there, because I'm like, yeah, this is a Zardex, so this definitely has... I probably should have thought about that, but that's fine. That's fine. We'll be okay. We can go for... We actually don't... I kind of don't want to set rocks here. So I'm going to go for an Ice Spinner. And we get critical hit. That's not good. Okay. That's not... I mean, we're still... I think we're still in an okay spot, but that's obviously not ideal. I like Victini here. I think that covers everything pretty well. But yeah, I should have realized when the bolt was booster, that's not a Zard Y. Okay, we can... Is Arachnid dying here? It's not, actually. Let's go for a U-turn then. Whoa. Okay, opponent is gaming. Got to give it up for that. I'll Pyro Ball this time. Tusk comes in. That, and it's booster speed. Okay, that's scary. I think if it's Head Smash, we already lose. So I'm going to go Zard here. And we're going to Weather Ball. And just hope it's not Stone Edge or Head Smash. Okay, that's good. That's good that it's not that. Or at least not instantly was that. I think we go Victini here, and hopefully they click Thunderclap. Let's see. Good, 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 good. Okay. Then, I believe the play is U-turn, I think, into, I believe, Cinderace. And they don't Thunderclap there. That's really odd. That's really, really odd. But okay. The Kartana still has Giga Impact, which can kill our Zard. So that's something we've got to be very aware of. I think we go Zard, and then if they go Kartana, we can go Victini to kind of try to bait out the Giga Impact. If they SD, good on them, but let's see. We got him. So we do just go for the big V create here. Excellent. That's great news. Yeah, that was a nice bait. Tusk enters. I think we V create here. Yep. So the reason I clicked V create there was because I didn't want to let Charizard potentially come in and take 2 Ice Spinners and die. The Rapid Spin was a pretty bizarre play, but yeah, I don't know why they Rapid Spun. I think Ice Spinner was what I was worried about. So I kind of have no idea what they were doing there. But hey, worked out for us. Let's go. So we can go Chansey, try to heal that up. See if we can. Oh, Chansey's back in business, folks. All right, let's port here. Yeah, GG. Okay, cool. Let's go for 18. I mean, we got a little, we're a little over time, but we'll go for 1800s. We are, what are we now? We're 8-0 with the Chansey, with the Zard team. If we get an L, we stop though. I wish Victini got Healing Wish. It would fit Scarf Set so well. True, it honestly deserves it. It's weird that it doesn't. Get it. Okay, I feel like we're really cruising for a Garchomp lead here. So I'm going to kick it off, I think, with Chansey and try to poison. I think that's the angle. Lopunny lead. Okay. Let's go Tusk on that then, I suppose. And yeah, good close combat. This should be a switch here to, I'm guessing maybe Clefable? Hard to say. I think we can go Charizard pretty safely. That CC also did a lot. I want to check if that's Adamant confirmed, which I don't think, well, actually it doesn't really matter because we don't outspeed it anyway, but that is Adamant confirmed. And it was a good roll with Adamant too. Let's just go for a Weather Ball here. And it could be Teleport. I think we can go Victini, and we'll see. And they do teleport, so maybe should have clicked Weather Ball, but that's fine. Garchomp comes out. They kind of do die to a V-Crate if they want to do that, but they should just they might just Earthquake. Let's go into Tusk here. Okay, they go for the Earthquake and they get a critical hit, which is frustrating. But that also shows us that this is not an offensive Chomp. It wouldn't have taken that little. I'll go for the Ice Spinner. I think that's fine. Okay, did not see that play coming, but hey, they went for it. Let's V-Crate here. This is a defensive Chomp, so that's going to be rough, but it'll still take a good chunk. And I think Zard is okay here. The good news is if they set hazards, we do have Cinderace. They go for Earthquake. Fine. Let's Weather Ball. Blissey comes out. Let's go Victini. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, nice. And do we V-Crate here? I don't think Chomp dies to a U-turn, so I think we do have to V-Crate. Yeah. No, we do have to V-Crate. Yeah, might as well. I was thinking like we could go for like Zen Headbutt or something, but then it's like, well, the Lopunny comes in and revenge kills anyway, so there's not really much of a point in doing any of the other shenanigans. Let's go D-Knight. Fake Out comes out. Yeah, I'm down to click just okay, we have Axel in the house. That's very nice that thing missed that. That is good. So what are you, like, what? Okay, well, this is a weird set. I don't really know what we're dealing with here, but we don't want to try to E-Speed. I mean, or do we? We might have we got an option? Have we got another option? Like the CC from this thing, it's adamant, so it's like it's not gonna kill, but it'll do a ton. Yeah, that is pretty sad. I agree. That is unfortunate. We go Ace and hope that the Tusk doesn't have hazards. I guess that's an angle. I don't know. Yeah, this Megalop the Tusk just got pressured too much too early. I mean, I just don't know. I just don't know, guys. I think we go Ace here. Okay, they miss again. That's awesome. I don't think they risk it. I think we Pyro Ball here. If they CC and they get the roll, that is fair. I think I'm in a dire enough spot that I should go for it. Okay, they go into Clefable. Okay, awesome. They're switching around. We see booster attack and we burn. This is terrible, dude. Opponent is getting awful luck here. I'm absolutely here for it and loving it, but it is definitely unfortunate. Okay, so I guess we U-turn into Zard. I think is fine. Okay, they go for Rapid Spin. I'm a little scared, so I think I go into Chansey here. Head Smash. Good thing I went into Chansey. Let's Soft Boiled. Yeah. Oh, come on. That critical hit actually... well, I mean, I can't really complain because we've been getting super lucky this game, but that critical hit was unfortunate because... I don't know why they went into this other than to set rocks, so I'm going to go hard Victini instead of porting, and sure enough, I was correct. The critical hit was a little unfortunate because it puts us into range of dying by Lopunny, but I also really can't complain because the RNG has been very much in our favor this game. Okay, Clefable's going to go down. In comes the Lopunny. Probably we just kind of sack the Chansey. I think that makes a lot of sense here. Yep, there's the CC. Cinderace can come in here. We could Court Change. We could Sucker Punch. I think we go Ace Sucker Punch is the right play because that puts D9 into range. Okay, that's fine if they want to do that. Let's Court Change. Yeah, okay. I'll U-turn here into Victini. Okay. They go for that. Okay, let's see here. Let's see, if I get +1, I still don't outspeed their Lopunny, which is unfortunate, but I'm not that speedy. I think then the play is Cinderace, right? So we can kind of sucker punch the... Well, no, but then... Okay, I think the play is Dragonite DD. And then Hazard Chip will take care of the Lopunny, is the idea. And hope it's not Balloon Gold, which hardwalls us. That's where I'm at. Let's Roost here in case there's like a switch or something wacky. Okay, let's just DQ. We don't need to boost up a ton. Let's see. I think if it's Balloon Gold, I think we lose. Which, looking at their team, would make a ton of sense, because there's no ground immune. It does not appear to be Balloon. Shuckaberry? No, not Shuckaberry or anything either. Okay. Yeah, should just be Earthquake. Yeah. All right, let's maybe Fizz Def Tusk on this team would be better. Fizz Def on Tusk could be worth considering, honestly. Get that booster defense too. That would honestly be not bad, but the speed has been helpful at some times too. Yeah, we have been fortunate today with the RNG, honestly. Like, we have had some bad luck, but it's where it's mattered. It's helped us more than it's hurt, for sure. Like, we've been bailed twice, and the RNG that we've gotten that's bad did not make us lose. So, rare case in which I can say a stream was definitively positive for us in RNG. All right, HF. This person we're facing again, they now are a little bit more wise to our shenanigans, so we've got to be aware of that. I think Ace is a fine lead once again. The Tusk booster speed here, which is super whack. Or do we just want to kick it off with Lopunny, or excuse me, Chansey? Honestly, Chansey again is fine. Arachnid lead, yeah. This time, let's port. Okay, I'm totally cool with that. I do not mind that one bit. I will happily take those sticky webs. Not right now, though. We'll take them later. Let's go Chansey here. Let's Toxic. Endeavor here will actually do a ton of damage to us because of how much HP Chansey has. It's kind of a funny little interaction. Great. Poison on this is very nice. Very happy with that. Go for soft boiled here. It also might not have Endeavor. Do we want to risk that? Yeah, let's click soft boiled. Let's spam that. Okay, Toxic. Super Toxic. Zero hesitation in my mind. Okay, Cortana comes in. Makes sense. I'll port here. Sacred Sword. Good play. Good play. Yeah. That is solid. Let's Pyro Ball. Okay, they just sacked Cortana. Didn't see that coming. Let me think about the sequencing of this. We definitely U-turn. They're not going to Mega Evolve. I think we go Chansey. Well, hold on. So let me just get this Zardax here. Flare Blitz. How much are you doing to Chansey without DD? Okay, not likely to kill. So I think we U-turn into Chansey to force the Terra. Or we could also do D-Knight. Is D-Knight or Chansey the more sensible Terra force here? I think D-Knight. I think I like that better. So we'll just U-turn here, go into the Dragonite, then we'll Extreme Speed. And it should Mega Evolve, kill us, but then we can go into Tusk and finish it off. Cool. And hey, we even get to live a little bit. I think I will Extreme Speed again here. There is an argument to be made for clicking Earthquake, but I don't think we do that. All right, we just had Long Rush here. No games. No Rapid Spin, no Stealth Rock. We just go for the Headlong. And there's the Flare Blitz coming out. We get burned, which is kind of annoying. Not that big of a deal. But that's it could be. It could be. We'll see. We'll see how the game goes. It's definitely a little annoying. We can go Chansey here. As long as we don't get like Thunderbolt paralyzed, we'll be fine. Okay, let's go for a Toxic now. Okay, that was sure. Let's port. Make it rain comes out. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, there's really no out for my opponent here, I don't think. Let's go into Cinderace. I'm going to I think it's time to court change. I think it's time. Removing that Tusk's booster speed is really nice. Oh, I meant force it to Mega Evolve. If I said, yeah, I think apparently I said force it to Terra. No, that's not what I meant to say. Okay, alrighty, let's can just U-turn here, I guess, and then just go into Chansey and like heal. Or... No, going Chansey would be a throw in case they click Endeavor, which they almost certainly won't. But let's go Tusk, and we'll just Rapid Spin here. Yeah, Custap, fine, no problem. And then I think Zard is the best play. Yeah, Bolt, fine. We go Chansey. Chansey kind of shuts down the entire team, so I maybe should have just gone into that, like originally, but let's just soft-boiled here. This Chansey has been fire on this team. It's been putting in the work. Let's see what they want to do here. We'll just port. Okay, they disconnected. That might be a rage disconnect. I'm definitely not. I mean, we could try turning off the timer. I don't think, can we even? We can't even turn off the timer, so. I suspect, I feel like it's not. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably not a rage disconnect. They've been playing this pretty, like they've been doing their best here. At the same time, Chansey is a very frustrating Pokemon, so there's a chance this is a rage disconnect. What I will say is I definitely don't feel bad about taking this win, even if it is a Wi-Fi disconnect. We are in a extremely, extremely dominant position this game. Yeah, I kind of wish our Chansey building went a little bit better, but hey, this Sun team is honestly looking really strong. So yeah, that's GG. And that, folks, is, check this out. We lost one game at the beginning. We went 10-0. We just went 10-0 on the NatDex ladder. That's pretty cool. So you can, yeah, I mean, that's wild, actually. 10-0. Jeez. That was wild. Yeah, I did not expect this team to go 10-0, but honestly, maybe this team is just fire. But okay, well, I guess we'll call it there. Thank you guys very much for attending. Hope you had a good time. I had a good time for sure. And let's see. Let's where was I gonna go here? Try to time this right. End this in 3, 2,